Today, I'm going over 4 things you must have in place for your product release. Let's get into it, but first, please do me a favor. Subscribe, like the video, all that cool YouTube stuff that you got to do to help people like me out so we can keep giving you quality content. Okay, let's go. All right, number 1, contact info. Go to some sales pages. Scroll up and down. Most often you will see a way to contact the vendor, but it's not all the time. And I don't get this. It makes me scratching my head like, why? Why would a vendor put a whole sales page together and not have a way for a person making a decision to buy their product to reach out to them and ask a question? Seems so counterproductive, doesn't it? But here's the thing. I go to sales pages sometimes and I do have a valid question, something about the product, something about the policy, refund policy, price, follow-up, support. There could be any number of questions. Could even be something about the product inside the product. Do you teach this? Do you do that? Well, so if I'm on a sales page and I have some of those questions and I can't get an answer, what do you think I'm going to do? Skip buying the product, of course. So what happens to the vendor? They lose a sale. Now, I don't think you want to lose any sales. I don't want to lose any sales. I've been doing this a long time and I hate losing sales. So in all of my sales pages, it's easy to reach me. Doesn't mean I'm going to answer right away. I mean, you're not sitting around waiting for emails or text messages or whatever you got going there. Have a life, you know what I'm saying? But a person can come back to your sales page after they got a response from you. So that's it. Have a way for people to contact you. And very, very important, pay attention to this. Don't use any personal email or phone number, whatever you got going. Don't give people your personal stuff. Start a new email. Get a Gmail. You could do something off your website, a different address, whatever it is, but keep it separate. Okay, number 2, a way to collect the emails from people buying. Seems obvious. One of the biggest points of releasing products is to build an email list. I have a number of vendors come to me when they're starting out asking for advice. I look over what they put together, and it's hard to imagine, but sometimes they didn't even think through the part about collecting the emails from people. Whoa. In a lot of these platforms, wherever you put your products for sale, it happens automatically, or you got to put a little connection like to an autoresponder account. Like I use Aweber for the most part, and I have to do a little twisty thing behind the scenes. It's really easy, but it's necessary. And then I get the emails automatically when somebody purchases. Think this through. If this is new to you, I want you to understand. I release a lot of products all the time, so do other vendors. And it seems like that's the point, make money. Yes, it's a big point. Okay, we release a product, we get an influx of cash, and we like cash. All right, it's cash flow, we're running a business. But the long-term value is getting customers on your email list, because then you can sell to them over time. So they might buy your product today, but next week they might buy something else from you, and the week after, and the week after, and the months after, and all that stuff. I've had customers with me for years who buy stuff from me all the time, because I have a way to reach them, my email list. So make sure that in your setup, you're capturing those emails, which brings me to the next point, which is doing a test purchase. Well, a lot of these platforms let you do a kind of simulated purchase, like it's a phony purchase using maybe a phony credit card number that they provide for testing. And yeah, you can do all that. What I like to do is do a real purchase. I want to know all the moving parts of the real thing that people are going to go through are working. Now, that could be the initial purchase. If I just have a standalone product, that can be the funnel. I might have 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever stuff is in my funnel. So how do you go about this? Because let's say for you, you have a $497 product. I don't think you want to start testing out with, effectively $500 out of your pocket, even though you're paying yourself back. Think about this. You're doing a purchase of your product, and who gets the money? You do. But there's a platform fee involved. You may not have enough cash flow to just shell out $500, even though it pretty fast comes back to you, but something to take into account. So the way I do this is I just simply lower the price and everything. $1.50, $2. I might get my 997 product for $1. okay? But it helps me test a real purchase, whether, like I said, through a standalone product or through the funnel. You know, I might have $1 and this one's $1.25 and this one's $3 and that one's $4 and this one's back to $1 and I can afford that, okay? So maybe when I test this way, I'm spending less than $10 and it all comes back to me, but if it takes a little bit of time to come back to me, I don't care. I can live without $10. Very important is make sure you put the prices back. All right, that would be, whoa, what happened when you start seeing sales come in from real people and they're spending $1? You don't want that to happen. Really, you don't want that to happen. So do the test purchases if you can, the way I suggest, and just make sure once you're done, because what happens is once you're done, you go, okay, I can relax. Everything's working. So don't forget that last piece. Get those prices back. All right, you want to capture every dollar you can. That's what this is about. It's a business. Get those sales. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about today is a refund policy. This doesn't mean you have to offer refunds. You may have a no refund policy going, but the thing is on your sales page, make it clear. Don't don't hide this information from people. Don't bury it in little fine print. I mean, you can, of course, but what I'm suggesting is let people know your refund policy. Stand behind your policy. Don't try to hide it. If you've got a no refunds at all policy, make that clear before people buy. Because I'm going to tell you, from years of experience, what can happen is you may have a no refund policy and people still ask for a refund, and now you're wondering what to do. Obviously, the initial decision is, no, I have no refunds. But here's what happens. People then go to their bank. They go to PayPal and file a dispute. They go to their bank and do a chargeback. You don't want those. You can fight those. And some vendors fight them all the way. I personally just give people their money. I don't really do much with no refunds. I usually have a refund policy. So for me, it's okay to give people a refund because that's what I said I would do. But having been in this business for years and years and schmoozing and talking and doing all the business stuff with my peer vendors and seeing what they do with refunds, what I've concluded is you just give a refund because even though you have a no refund policy, if somebody files a dispute, you have to go fight it. And yeah, you might win. You have a 50-50 chance. You might win. I don't know. Maybe you have a 20-80 chance. I don't know. But it's a headache. All right. So if you've got, certainly if you're doing low ticket items, 27, 37, 67, 97 even, it's really probably in your best interest to just give people their money back. You don't need the headache. You don't want to dispute that you lose. Well, if you actually pay them back, you will lose it. But I guess my philosophy about all this is just move on to your next great thing. Don't get stuck trying to fight people who will fight you back. All right. This does happen. It's a part of business that there are going to be people wanting a refund, filing disputes, asking their bank for a chargeback. And what I'm saying here is you want to, as much as you can, avoid those disputes and chargebacks. And if they come to you first and say, I'm really not happy, I want a refund, they might even be angry, like, I want a refund. I don't care if you have no policy. Give me my money back. Maybe they do that. I don't know. But the thing is, okay, give them their money back. Even though you have a no refund policy, you can give them their money back, go through whatever system, your platform you're using, whatever the procedure is to give a refund. If you do it, you'll have this whole thing out of your mind in a minute. You can move on because I always suggest, what are you working on? What's your next best thing you're going to do? So that's my point about refunds. Just do them, move on. Now, as far as whether you should have or give any refunds, I don't know. That's your choice. All right. I have a refund policy. I have never done a thing where I don't offer refunds, and I find that it actually helps. And I can't say this is some scientific data analysis thing that I've proven having refunds helps a business. I don't know for sure, to tell you the truth. But I just know from feedback from customers that there is a comfort level when people purchase. If there is a refund policy, and you don't have to have this extensive refund policy. I guess the typical is 30 days. You could do 14 days. You could even do 7 days. Don't make it any shorter than 7 days because nobody has time to even check out your product in 7 days. In fact, I'm going to tell you something. This is interesting, all right? There are people who will buy your product and never look at it. Now, there are people who will buy your product, look at it, and decide it's not for them. That's one thing. But there are people who will pay for your thing and never even open it up. I don't know why, and I would think the price might be their motivator for how much they actually want to look at it. So if you have a low ticket item, $17, $27, $37 product, people buy it because it's in front of them and their thought process is, wait, I better get it now because it's in front of me. And then they buy it and then okay, I'll look at it tomorrow. I'll look at it next week. 6 months go by. They've never looked at it. I can track such things in my behind the scenes stuff that I have and see that there's always a small percentage of people who will never even look at the product. They'll never log in once. They'll never download. Okay. In fact, think this through. Do you ever do that too? I'll give you an example. I go shopping. I go to the supermarket. I go, oh, that looks good. I've never tried that cookie or that thing or this snack or that whatever. And then I buy it and I still never try it. Okay. So to sum this up, there were 4 things I'm saying here that you should be on top of. That refund policy, just make it clear. You have no refunds, you have refunds. The contact info, so people are on your sales page. Really get that one in place first, please, because you will lose sales if people don't have a way to reach you. Most people do not want to reach you. They see enough on your sales page to make a decision. Or, if people can't figure out from your sales page what's going on, that's a different issue. Maybe I need a different video for that one. All right, now here's a vital thing. It's not going to stop sales, but whoa, make sure you're getting buyer emails, okay? Build that list. It's so important. And do a test purchase. And don't forget to revert the price back up to what it should be. Okay, thank you for watching this. Please subscribe, like the video, all that cool stuff you're supposed to do on YouTube. And I look forward to bringing more for you to learn about product releasing. Thank you for watching.